This is Liz at CSN Chicago News. New security procedures are being tested at some U.S. airports. Most electronics and even some carry-on food must be screened separately. So far, there are no changes nationwide, but if the testing is successful, the enhanced screening could come to Chicago's airports. The TSA has already been testing out new testing procedures at several airports around the country, and they are about to expand it to several more. That means passengers will have to pull out more items from their bags to be manually checked. Those items include any electronics larger than cell phones, some food, and some other unspecified carry-on items. The TSA said this is unrelated to ban on laptops in numbers of Middle Eastern countries. Instead, they say it is because X-ray machines can have difficulty distinguishing an explosive device in some of those objects. A Chicago area family is giving $100 million to establish an institute at a medical center that seeks to boost efforts to improve health and prevent disease by optimizing the body's own defenses. It's the biggest single gift supporting University of Chicago medicine. The Wellness Center will seek to support research and interventions based on how the human immune system, microorganisms, and genetics interact to maintain health. Craig Dutrustwell said, "Wellness is not just about treating disease after it takes hold." The family hopes this research will help result in ways to prevent things like food allergies and possibly develop antibiotics that will help lessen the effects of diseases like Alzheimer's. A plane preparing to depart from Chicago returned to its gate after a passenger would not follow crew members' instruction to turn off his phone Wednesday. An airline spokesperson confirmed. American Airlines flight 168 from Ohio to Raleigh-Durham was taxiing, the spokesperson said, when it returned to its gate to decline the defense passenger. The flight then departed for Raleigh-Durham. No other details were immediately available. Police are looking for 4 young men responsible for 6 armed robberies in Lincoln Park early this week, 3 of which happened minutes apart Tuesday night. The 4 confronted the victims while brandishing guns and threatened to shoot them if they didn't hand over their property, police said. Most of the attacks occurred late at night between 10:15 p.m. and 11 p.m. and all in the same police beat, 1812. The 4 thieves who were spotted fleeing in a silver vehicle during one attack were described as being black, between ages of 17 and 20, 5'2" to 6'4", and between 160 to 185 pounds. Anyone with information should contact Area Central Detectives 312-747-8380. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
云天无际，承载梦想。中国南方航空是中国运输飞机最多、航线网络最发达、年客运量最大的航空公司。亚洲第一，全球第3，是南航缔造的业界奇迹。蓝天壮志情，云海谱华章。
专业的团队，丰厚的经验。
Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to the Lake Cook Law Group.
投资理财、法律咨询，芝加哥专业律师团队为您的梦想提供最安全的保障。
The 70th Cannes Film Festival is now well underway, with screenings throughout the day and a beach movie theater offering cinephiles a unique film experience. Let's take a look.
Cannes Film Festival has a colorful nightlife, excellent restaurants, classy bars, and busy nightclubs. But what highlights the nightlife here in Cannes is actually this beach movie theater, which is open to the public every night at 9 o'clock. People can watch a great movie on the beach, which is an experience you can't miss in Cannes.
The beach movie theater has existed for years, offering a romantic viewing experience with its big screen against the background of the sea. This year, the beach theater screened concerts and events celebrating the 70th anniversary of the festival. The theater has 800 seats, offering the public a chance to watch high-quality films for free during the Cannes Film Festival, as many screenings are only open to professionals.
Yeah, fantastic, exciting, great atmosphere here, and I think the staff are quite friendly as well.
Yeah, you can't get it anywhere else. It's only in Cannes.
Yeah.
I love coming to the beach. It's my favorite screening. I go to all of the different kinds, and this is my favorite type.
And it wasn't as cold tonight, which is good. But yeah, I love coming to the beach as well. Cold. It's great, yeah.
The theater provides blankets for audiences as temperatures cool later in the evening. Everything is set up 2 to 3 weeks before the festival.
Every day there is an installation. We set it up and take it down. So the screen is unfolded. It is attached. It is put back in place every day. And it is the same with the beach chairs. Because we are on a public beach, and the goal of the games is that people can come during the days and enjoy the beach if they want.
Every day after the screening, it takes 1 hour for the staff to close for the night.
Until now, we always have the theatre packed. So as I explained, 800 places, and plus people who are in the street, who just settle there like that, where they find a place. It has been like this since the beginning.
The beach theater at Cannes is one more sign of how cinema reaches into every part of the city during the festival.
Famed Egyptian pharaoh Tutankhamun's 3,000-year-old funerary bed and chariot are being moved to the soon-to-be-opened Grand Egyptian Museum.
The 2 large pieces were packed in boxes and taken from the Tahrir Museum to the new Grand Egyptian Museum on 2 secured trucks. Egyptian Antiquities Minister told reporters so far some 3,900 pieces of the pharaoh's artifacts have been moved to the museum.
Today we begin to transfer big monuments. We were keen that the whole world would watch us. You saw how good the convoy was. You also saw the professional way of transferring the 2 big pieces, getting them down and unpacking the boxes.
Just north of the Great Pyramid of Giza, the GEM project started in 2010 and is expected to be the top institute of its kind in the Middle East. King Tutankhamun is to be the star of the show, with more than 5,000 related items to be displayed at the museum's opening ceremony in 2018.
Leading tech executive Kai-Fu Lee predicts that China could become the world leader for artificial intelligence in the next couple of years. The Sinovation Venture CEO, who previously held top-ranking positions at Microsoft, Apple, and Google, says China has its advantages in talent, market size, and big data.
Lee shared his thoughts with local researchers and investors on Tuesday in Silicon Valley on the west coast of the United States. Lee has been working with artificial intelligence, or AI, for over 30 years. He said that AI is the most revolutionary technology in the world and will bring huge amount of value to mankind. Although the US and Canada are currently playing a leading role in the AI market, Lee said China is catching up rapidly and has many reasons to be optimistic.
First is that 43% of top publications are by Chinese authors, so the up-and-coming young stars are Chinese. The second reason is that China has a huge market size, and AI is not just about smart researchers, it's about getting a large market size with the data that allows the researchers to build value, to create valuable applications. And China has the largest market, so that's also beneficial. China also has a very strong capital engine in terms of angel VC and PE funding. So all this is coming together.
Li noted that Chinese tech giants such as Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent have invested heavily in the field of AI.
I think China's large number of up-and-coming young people and researchers and engineers and entrepreneurs and large market size will definitely make China the largest market for AI in the 3 to 5 year time frame, and perhaps one of the top 1 or 2 countries, even in the scholarly metrics. I think China has a good chance of being at the very top.
Li said AI is likely to replace half of human jobs in the next 10 to 15 years, adding that jobs requiring less thinking and more repetition will be among the first to be replaced.
So assistant type of jobs, broker kinds of jobs, paper processing kinds of jobs will be the first that will be gone. The next set of jobs that will be gone are the ones that require a little bit more thinking but still repetitive in nature. So on the white-collar side, it would be things like traders, brokers, research assistants for financial markets, paralegal. These types of jobs will be gone pretty quickly.
However, Li suggested that all is not lost for human in the jobs market. He said that for as smart as computer can become, humans still reign supreme when it comes to understanding human emotions. As such, he predicted stability for jobs like tour guides or other careers requiring personality and trust.
Madrid's Teatro Real has pride of place in the Spanish capital, standing opposite the royal palace. It already boasts a history of 200 years, but now enjoys a special spotlight as it begins broadcasting its productions to China.
The Teatro Real will broadcast 9 productions to China later this year, including classic operas such as Don Giovanni, Carmen, Madame Butterfly, and The Barber of Seville. They will be shown live in China with subtitles in both Chinese and Spanish through a partnership with the Cervantes Institute in Beijing. The broadcasting link will mean one of Madrid's most emblematic institutions will find a virtual home in the center of Beijing.
What we want to do with the transmission is to show the activity we carry out in the Teatro Real and open the door for the Chinese public to opera in cinema, which is well developed in Europe and the United States. And we think it is interesting for the Chinese public as they can get to know some opera.
The move is part of the theater's policy of turning towards China. It has already opened an account on WeChat, China's popular social network, and signed an agreement in 2016 on becoming part of the international Silk Road of theaters.
We would be delighted to participate. I have seen some performances of Chinese opera. It is a totally different concept, but I think for the public in Madrid and the Teatro Real, it would be very interesting and that they would show the value of cultural exchange, which allows the Teatro Real to be in China.
The theater will offer guided tours in Chinese, giving the increasing number of Chinese visitors to Spain the chance to discover the rich history of the building.
The 16th Chinese Bridge, the Chinese proficiency contest for foreign students, concluded its Afghanistan round in Kabul on Wednesday.
The first prize was awarded jointly to Ahmad Walid Ahadi from the Confucius Institute at Kabul University and Maryam Nikadam from Marifat. They will represent Afghanistan at the final in China later this year. Contestants in the competition, this year themed Dreams Enlightened Future, faced 3 rounds: Chinese language, knowledge about China, and a performance in a China-related talent show. In his winning speech, Ahadi told judges about his dream to become a diplomat and act as a bridge for China-Afghanistan relationship.
My dream is to be a diplomat in the future. I hope to establish a bridge of friendship between Afghans and Chinese. I like the culture of China. That's why I chose to study Chinese. I'm sure that learning Chinese will definitely help me to realize my dream of being a diplomat.
Since its foundation in 2008, the Confucius Institute at Kabul University had taught more than 320 students, nearly 250 of whom were awarded scholarships to study in China.
Celebrations for the U.S. Navy's 29th annual Fleet Week began in New York City on Wednesday with its traditional parade of ships.
5 Navy vessels, 4 Naval Academy patrol boats, 2 U.S. Coast Guard cutters, and Royal Canadian Navy ship made their way up the Hudson River. Some 3,700 servicemen and women are taking part in the Fleet Week celebrations. Numerous activities will be held over Memorial Day weekend, including ship tours, military band performances, and live naval demonstrations.
Beirut is again hosting the International Boat and Super Yacht Show at Zaytuna Bay. The series is showcasing a new maritime art exhibition, as well as offering live music and activities.
The event features an exquisite super yacht display and showcases the best in international yachting companies, super yacht builders and designers, and nautical suppliers and shipyards. The event is also giving outdoor activity companies a chance to showcase their products.
The show has been organized for 30 years now, and the company that is organizing this show is one of the best companies in the Arab world, and is in partnership with Messe Dusseldorf, which is one of the most important shows in Germany and Europe. This show is very successful, and it is the only way to keep Lebanon on the tourist map, and most importantly, on the maritime map.
Lebanon's Beirut last hosted the show 3 years ago and is considered a key supporter of the event.
Clerkenwell Design Week kicked off in London on Tuesday. This is the 8th year the event has taken place in the UK's capital.
The festival has been designed to reflect the unique nature of this vibrant and creative London hub. Clerkenwell Design Week has taken on a bold new direction for the festival's 2017 creative campaign. Local resident design showrooms provide a world-class basis for the festival through numerous topic-led events such as talks, workshops, installations, and product launches. The festival has attracted over 90 companies, including high-end furniture, lighting, kitchen and bathroom brands, and specialist manufacturers. The Design Week is divided into different parts, including British Collection, Icon House of Culture, and fringe activities. And as it is held in London, the Clerkenwell Design Week is putting a special focus on the British Collection.
So Clerkenwell Design Week showcases the best of British design. So we have British Collection, which showcases particularly focused on craftsmanship and British design there. But then we also have international brands as well up at Design Fields. And in fabric, Icon magazine have curated an international showcase there with a particular focus on lighting design, playing off the nightclub's kind of architecture as well.
The Clerkenwell Design Week is running until May the 25th.
Tea is China's national drink. Chinese tea, just like Chinese characters, has a long history and is found in 6 different varieties. Today, Lifestyles will give you an insight into the black tea produced in central China's Hunan province.
Anhua County is in the north of Hunan province, where the rolling hills and waterways make it the perfect location for growing tea. Anhua's tepid temperatures and high humidity means it has the best conditions for growing tea. That's why Anhua's black tea was used as imperial tribute from the Tang Dynasty onwards. The tea garden has grown with demand. Last year, its area was twice the size of 10 years ago, now covering nearly 200 square kilometers. Every year, the tea leaves are picked around Qingming Festival. They then undergo fixation. Fixation is designed to lessen oxidase in the fresh leaves and inhibit oxidation through high temperatures. During this process, some of the water in the leaves evaporates, making them soft. This helps produce a good aroma. After fixation, the tea leaves are kneaded ready for the next stage of the process. The tea leaves are later dried in the sun for several days, transforming them into semi-made black tea. In Anhua County, there is a specialty tea called Qianliang tea known around the world. The tea is rolled into very large logs and then left to ferment. The logs are then cut into discs so consumers can buy smaller quantities of the tea. Tea growers say that this kind of tea is an excellent choice for collecting as well as drinking. And it has been collected in many world-famous museums, including the British Museum, the Palace Museum in Beijing, and Tokyo National Museum.
In the heart of Cairo's Saladin Citadel, in a street full of workshops, Sayed's shop produces all kinds of colorful handmade glass and metal lanterns. Lifestyles takes a look.
Despite demand for cheap, machine-made lanterns, Sayed contends traditional handmade lanterns will never lose their appeal in Egypt, especially during Ramadan. Sayed has worked in this profession since he was 4. His family inherited the tricks of the trade from their fathers and grandfathers.
This kind of heritage can't disappear or vanish because it's related to Ramadan. It's part of our traditions and culture that we can't forget. Maybe lantern makers are fewer than before because making lanterns is so difficult and it costs a lot of time. Most of the people now prefer using machines, but still, many people really appreciate this heritage.
Egypt has been suffering from a recession in the last few years. Political turmoil and security issues have led to strict reform plans, austerity measures, local currency flotation, and energy cuts. The reform measures were supported by a $12 billion loan from the IMF. But dollar shortages and exchange rate rise from 8 to over 18 Egyptian pounds led to record inflation and price hikes for almost every commodity in Egypt.
The rising prices, of course, affected our industry. The lantern that cost 20 Egyptian pounds last year, now it costs 45 Egyptian pounds. Last year, if you wanted to buy 3 or 4 lanterns for your children, it may cost 60 pounds. Now, it costs 120 or 150 pounds.
Said has 3 children aged from 2 to 9, and he wants to pass on the craft to them just as generations before did.
My kids used to stay here with me in the workshop and spend Ramadan here. That would make them happy. They work with me and also help me to sell our products to the people.
Ramadan is a holy month for Muslims during which they fast during the day. Lanterns like these form part of this long-standing tradition.
The Belt and Road Initiative, comprising the Silk Road Economic Belt and the 21st Century Maritime Silk Road, was first proposed by China in 2013. It is a grand trade and infrastructure plan to connect Asia with Europe and Africa along the routes of Asian Silk Roads. To see how the scheme is affecting people at a local level, CNC talked to a number of people around the world and asked them how the Belt and Road had changed their lives.
My name is James Koyej. I am 31 years old. I am working in Nairobi New South Station as safety officer. For the last 2 years, I have been working to work 1 hour every day, but I never feel tired. My work is to make sure that there is safety during construction of the new railway line that link our capital city of Nairobi to our harbour city of Mombasa. I have learned a lot of skills from my work, and now I can say I am an expert in safety aspects. I live alone in Nairobi in a rental house, but my wife and my baby live in my village at a small house I built after getting this job. We are not expecting only the new railway to make transportation easier, but we are expecting many other changes in our country, and we are expecting the new generation to benefit from it. I am proud to be part of this construction. When the railway is complete, I will take my family to Mombasa to see the ocean and beach, because they have never been there before, and I am sure they will be happy.
My name is Niling Bahuli. I work as sales in Vivo Communication Company. Before this job, I worked in retail industry but gained insufficient income. However, I have earned more after working in Vivo Communication. My income also suffices my daily needs. I can also help with my parents. For the future, I will work harder and strive to ascend the career ladder. Thank you, Vivo.
Dan berusaha meningkatkan karir saya. Terima kasih, Vivo.
By the name of Almighty Allah, my name is Najibullah Ali. I am Manager Assistant in China Relations Group Corporation Afghanistan branch. Now I am walking on the way to the working site, China Aid project of National Technical and Vocational Institute of Afghanistan. We Afghan people suffered several decades of war in our country. Our country and our people need a huge demand of the workers and technicians for reconstruction and development of our country. Several years ago I was jobless and I was seeking for a job for several years. Fortunately, 2005, 12 years ago, I joined China Relations Group Corporation. From that time till now, my lifestyle, character and working knowledge changed a lot. And I find the only way to have a better life is working hard and honestly. This institute aided by the People's Republic of China. And after the completion of this project, this institute will graduate a lot of students, the professional students, that they can build by themselves our country and develop our country. God bless us all.
我是李宁。
My name is Li Ning. I'm on my way to teach at the Dar El Tarbiya Middle School. I've been working there for almost 2 years now. Dar El Tarbiya is one of the collaborative schools with the Confucius School from China, and I'm the first Chinese teacher sent there. I used to teach a martial. Now here, not only that, I also teach Chinese and calligraphy. At first, the kids here know little things about China except Jackie Chan, but now they learn to talk and communicate in Chinese, as well as some Chinese culture. They showed great interest in China. They would often tell me how good they are each time when they talked to Chinese visitors on the street. I'm proud of them and hope they would have outstanding achievements in the future with Chinese they've learned.
他们能够因为汉语而与众不同。
我是桃子。 我现在去我自己开的格鲁吉亚葡萄酒文化体验。
I am Chen Jietao. Now on my way to my boutique of Georgian wine. I opened this shop after quitting a 12-year job at a local TV station. I'm promoting Georgian wine because I fell in love with this country at the first sight when I traveled there. Its wine and tourist resources are wonderful. I would love to share with others the things I love. So I decided to start my new career in Georgia. Instead of simply selling wine, what I'm really doing is actually promoting the tourism of Georgia. Now, very few Chinese people know about this country. So I want to tell people my story with Georgia. I think it's a huge satisfaction to share with people the things you truly love. I'm living in Guangzhou City in South China, a sister city of Georgian capital Tbilisi. And since the Belt and Road Initiative was proposed,